I've got too many laptops and I'm not entirely sure what to do with them all. I'll just be sorting through these laptops and just kind of thinking out loud, I guess. So yeah, where do we even start? Over here I've got a couple of ThinkPads X270 that I'm gonna be using as my sort of main personal laptop. Underneath is the X240 that I'm going to probably get rid of and sell. Nice little laptop, works well, but this has dual batteries, so I'll be keeping this one. This just has one big battery at the back. This is the little £20 Geobook covered in stickers that I don't use much anymore, but was actually just a laptop I used for traveling around. But this kind of replaces that one as well. Much nicer keyboard on these ThinkPads, much nicer trackpad, nicer screen. A lot about this is a lot nicer than this, which is quite a budget laptop, but USB powered, which is useful, and battery life is pretty good on this, so it has been quite useful. But yeah, not sure what to do with that. Maybe give that to someone. And then we've got pink HP Stream. That's really intermittent, which is a shame. Got the two blue HP Streams that are identical, useful for comparisons. Got this blue HP Stream, again with a dead battery. These dead battery. But this is, I think, is a 14 or 13, and has Windows 10, and is, it looks cool, but it looks like a laptop. It just, gives poor performance, and yeah, isn't much use without a working battery. So yeah, maybe this is a candidate for getting rid. Maybe I'll make a pile of laptops over here that I can get rid of somehow. That's two over there. This is like a little Asus A4 1200. It's an odd little laptop because it's got a high resolution full HD touchscreen, but the processor is so slow it's barely usable. It's like a modern netbook, but so terrible processor, low power, too low power to be actually useful. It's a real shame because I like the size of it. It's even got network connections. It's got both VGA and HDMI out. It's got a lot of ports. So you'd think it'd be quite useful. I did use it as a file server for a while as it's very low power, but now my file server is an actual tower that I use for virtual machines as well as a file server and a print server. So this is kind of redundant and difficult to kind of give away because it's not quick enough to be really that useful. I suppose you could put Linux on it, like Antix or AntiX Linux, but then again, maybe difficult to give away a laptop running Linux. But I'll have a think about that. That might be a fix and giveaway laptop. This is a MacBook Pro Intel Core 2 Duo, and excuse me, it did work for a little bit. I put a window. I really hate this little latch that you're supposed to use to open the screen. That's very frustrating. It did work for a little bit with an SSD. I put in an SSD running Windows 10. I couldn't work out how to put Mac OS on here, and it uses a lot of power. It needs the 85-watt charger. I think it's got a 16-inch screen, perhaps. Yeah, it looks like 16 inches. and because it uses so much power, it's not a laptop I want to leave switched on. Getting hot. Does have a working battery, you know, pretty rare I suppose. But because I haven't worked out how to install Mac OS X on this, it's not that useful. Maybe I'll give that away. Then we've got this gateway MX6926B Intel T1350 at 1.86 gigahertz. It's Core Solo, 32-bit, 512 meg RAM, XB home. It's got FireWire and S-Video. It's DVD rewriter there. It's a proper old school laptop. VGA out on the back, power connector, 2 USB sockets, network modem, 2 more USB sockets, memory card, FireWire card slot, and you know, you've got all the different openings so you can actually access. Well, you need model MA7. This is a nice laptop actually that I haven't done a video of yet, but I will do soon. It's even got the gateway leaflet, nice proper keyboard, old school keyboard, Intel Centrino, designed for Windows XP, and says it's Windows Vista compatible. But yeah, it's got the 4:3 screen aspect ratio, and the build quality of this, you know, it's stacked up quite well. So I should have a look at that at some point and do a video about that. This is a Compaq laptop, Presario CQ56, very reflective screen. This has got Windows 7 on. I haven't done a video on this, but it's just a Celeron 900 2.2 gigahertz single core, and there's nothing remarkable about this at all. It's just a bog standard laptop. Battery holds charge, which is quite something I suppose. And it's got Windows 7 on, and I quite like Windows 7. It's nice to have a system with Windows 7 on just to use, and single core's fine for Windows 7. Again, nothing exciting. It's just, I guess, another laptop. Maybe this is another candidate for giving this one away. You know, there's no historic value particularly. Yeah, batteries looks like it's almost going, 29% remaining. But it's quite a nice screen. It's quite colourful, you know, glossy finish means nice blacks and things. So could be a good spare laptop for someone, as, you know, for DVD playback or something like that. So I think this one can go in the pile of laptops to give away. Then we've got another old laptop, Toshiba Satellite L300. This one I was installing Windows XP on, and I need to install a bunch of drivers. It's got 120 gig hard drive, SATA 1 gig RAM. Again, it's a Celeron 545, 2.13 gigahertz. So nothing too exciting, but I think it's got USB, Ethernet, VGA, USB, volume control, Wi-Fi. Okay, it's got a modem on the back. It doesn't have FireWire, as far as I can see. So, not that interesting, really. You know, some people want old laptops, Intel Celeron inside, Windows Vista sticker. Some people want old laptops with FireWire, so they can use it to get video files off, you know, digital camcorders and things. But this could make a nice XP laptop. I suppose. There are the specs again. 1 gig RAM, 120 gig hard drive, 15-inch screen. You know, or it could be just for DVD playback. So, yeah, I need to probably get rid of that one. Then we've got this Acer, which has 2 latches. This is a huge old laptop with a spinning webcam. So you can spin the webcam to be forward facing or backwards facing. It's another reflective screen. It's quite a large screen. It's Travelmate 7510. AMD Turion 64X2. Not that you can see that, but there you go, with NVIDIA graphics, Geforce Go 6100. I'm not sure if this works actually. 3 USB. It's got one of those. Has it actually got a memory card in here? No, it's just a spacer. But that can read Sony memory sticks, XD, SD, power connector. On the back, we've got USB again. S-Video, VGA, modem, Ethernet. And then on this side, we've got a DVD rewriter, I think. Kensington lock. And it's got a full keyboard. And I've got a power connector. Or do I? I'm not sure if I've got the power for this. Trackpad with arrows, but it's quite a large laptop and has the spinning webcam, but I'll probably do a video on this at some point, so that can be in the pile of laptops to do something with. And then we've got this Dell Latitude. This is quite a nice one. It's an Ultrabook. Let me check the model number. E7240, so 4th gen Intel on this. And it's quite a nice little laptop, but it's got CompuTrace on it. So I think that means it's basically no good for Windows, but does run Linux fine. It's got a backlit keyboard. The screen's not great, to be honest. Got the DisplayPort out here. Mini DisplayPort, USB, headphone, memory card slot, HDMI at the back, USB, Ethernet, USB again, and power, and a Wi-Fi switch. And yeah, it's quite nice and light, and it's easy to access. The battery comes out here, and then you can slide this cover and you have access to let's have a look. I mean, I say it's easy, maybe I need to do that. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're getting there. Okay. Oh yeah. So Wi-Fi, memory, little drive there. What have we got? 4 gig PC3L. Quite a neat cooling setup and useful drives. There's also another slot here for another drive, so quite impressively compact, but again, not much use to me. The screen, yeah, the screen kind of lets this down, I guess, and it's very thin, thinner than the X270 laptop. keyboard's pretty good. I'm not sure what to do with this, to be honest. I think there's a video of that on Old PC Gunk. And then we've got a Dell Latitude. Looking for the model number. Model number PP18L, which, you know, of course that's not the actual model number. The model number is Latitude D630. And this is a nice laptop. It's very solid, even though, you know, the screen is cracked here. Nice keyboard. A little bit too heavy for me to be using. I think I've got some kind of operating Linux installed on here. It's quite useful, I guess, this one, because it's got side access to the drive. You can just unscrew this and pull it out. Let's have a quick look at that. So yeah, I've got a SSD drive in there, and you know, just pull it out quite easily. But maybe this is one I should give away, really. Yeah, I think this perhaps. Oh, the screen is pretty poor on this, actually. Yeah, it's quite dull, and the color isn't great. And so yeah, the screen on this is, so this is as bright as it goes, and you know, looks much better on the camera than it does in real life, and the color's all a bit wonky. So again, not a great laptop. I mean, historically, this is, you know, peak Dell business laptop when everything was easily replaceable, you know, removable optical drive. You just pull it out and replace it with a battery if you want. Removable battery here with, you know, battery life display, memory in there. So docking station, really well built. I think it's got a metal bottom chassis, and this was the kind of business laptop that you would have if you were sort of traveling, working in IT and that kind of thing. So yeah, historically useful or interesting, but I guess a little bit slow nowadays, and the poor screen is a bit of an issue. Intel Centrino, designed for Windows XP. And then we're back to these HP laptops. So there's another laptop here, this little Toshiba laptop. This has got a broken screen, missing battery, and overheats. This has got a really awful cooling system that is just absolutely the worst I've ever seen. So check out the videos on this. It's such a sort of flimsy laptop as well. It's really not much use, this, I think. I was thinking I would take this apart and build some kind of cooling system for this, but I'm not sure. That memory doesn't look like I've even put it in properly. I'm not sure there's much benefit to this. It kind of doesn't like the idea of 4GB sticks. So this is two 2GB sticks for 4GB of RAM. So it's difficult to upgrade to 8 gigs because this is first gen i5. Yeah, it's still screwed in. It's just so I don't know. It does have an optical drive. It's so, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of, they've made an Ultrabook to try and make it small and light and thin. But what they've really done is made a kind of fragile laptop with poor cooling. And yeah, I'm not sure. It just, you know, if you buy a replacement screen for this, they're about, I don't know, 20-30 pounds. You can buy the whole laptop for 20 or 30 pounds, and you still have an overheating processor because the cooling is so bad. Just have a look at old PC Gunk videos for this Toshiba Portege R700. You'll see what I mean. The fan is here, the CPU's under here, and the heatsink is over here. So this fan has no way of actually blowing air over this thing. There's some things in here that are meant to direct the airflow, but it is so poorly designed. I can't actually believe they made this laptop. It went into production. It's yeah, kind of crazy. So yeah, not sure what to do with this laptop, to be honest. I kind of I think, unfortunately, this is not even useful to give to someone. It's just going to overheat, thermal throttle, go slow, be a poor experience no matter what you do. You can turn, in Windows, you can turn the CPU usage down to like 60%, but it's still going to get too hot and just be slow. It ends up being worse than something that doesn't overheat with a worse processor. Yeah, it's a shame, but you can't save everything. You can't save every laptop, I guess. I think I did put it on eBay for a little bit, but no one's interested in buying this. No. And I don't even think anyone would be interested in this if I gave it away. Unless there was another YouTuber out there like me who wanted this laptop. Get in touch. Yeah. So, have I managed to sort out these laptops? I've got 1, 2, 3. Well, I've got this one, Windows 7. This should be relatively easy to give away. I've been able to give away laptops on Freegal. It's like FreeCycle, but with a different name, different company. And even without a power supply, I've been able to give away a laptop and say, missing laptop, a charger. You can get them for £10. And people still want laptops. Someone could use this for DVD playback. Mess around with Windows 7. And then I've got this ThinkPad X240 with the larger battery. That I've got a friend who's interested in this one. And then the HP Stream. Not sure what to do with this. I may as well try and give it away, even though it doesn't have a battery. It's only got 2 gigabytes of RAM, so that makes it pretty poor for a lot of things. But I guess someone might find this one useful. So yeah. what happened to sticky notes? Does anyone still use sticky notes, do you think? Let's just try DVD playback. Check that works with a scratched DVD. I think, what have we got? Have we got VLC on here? I don't know if Windows 7's got any... Oh, Windows Media Player, do you think that'll let us play it? And will the battery go first? So, oh, this has got 4 gigabytes of RAM, that's quite generous. Hello. Oh yeah, it's playing the DVD fine. That's, you know, this laptop seems to be working perfectly. It's a shame it's so, you know, let's stop that quickly before copyright police come get me. It's a shame that Windows 7, you know, doesn't have security updates and things like that, but yeah, probably going to go to sleep now due to the battery, but yeah, I think this is a good candidate to give away. There's nothing obviously wrong with it, it's just running Windows 7, that's the main thing. Oh, it's still running, it's still shutting down. So we've sort of made some progress. We've got one we can give away, another one to a friend, and then this. I like this HP stream just because it looks neat, but there's no point me keeping this. They have pretty good keyboards, nice spacing. They look cool, but yeah, I'd need to plug this in, power it up, see what's on it, and check it's not got anything on that is, you know, basically make sure it's ready to be used. The same with this Compaq, really. I should just check. There's nothing on here. Oh, is this, I might need to wipe this one. It's still got all the HP software on this one. Let's see how much space there is. Oh, there's 9 gigs free, you know, that's not completely terrible. You know, it's kind of like a working system. nothing on here of interest. Some random things. Yeah, this looks fine. Should be able to just quite easily give this away, or see if anyone wants that. This one I need to check. Need to find a power adapter. I've got this iGo multi power adapter, output 19 volts, 90 watt max, and it comes with all these changeable ends, and pretty much almost every laptop there's an adapter for this, unless it's a tiny ultra low power laptop, then there isn't one. But yeah, this works in here. I'm just going to plug this in. And check there's nothing on this one. So, yeah, I think this is, you know, I've put a bunch of things on here. It makes me think I must have done a video on this, but I can't remember doing one on this. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything on here. Used to be fun when you used to get music with sample music with Windows. You used to get sample videos. You don't seem to get anything like that anymore. Pretty sure I've double clicked the music. It is, you know, it's not the fastest laptop in the world. Mr. Scruff, of course. Yeah, different browsers on here if needed. Malwarebytes, for a little bit of added security, and I think I probably updated all of the available Windows updates and security updates, so you know, yeah, it says it's up to date, although the date on here is 2008, so that probably could do with updating. Yeah, let's just clear that. Have a quick look at Quake 3. Probably going to be too loud. And we may as well run a quick benchmark on this. Whoops. Oh, this was what I found with this laptop. There's an extra row of keys over here. This row of keys here for shortcuts means that when you go to hit 1 when you're typing, I end up hitting the wrong key. I found that a little bit frustrating, to be honest. So yeah, I think that's one of the things that I'm doing every single time I try and type 1. I'm hitting the wrong key. I think that's kind of what put me off using this laptop. So can we guess what frame rate we're getting based on how quickly this is running? I'm guessing maybe 40 frames a second, maybe 50. Okay, let's have a look. 62 frames per second, so good enough for Quake 3 Arena. So yeah. And it's even got a working battery, you know. Quite rare on older laptops. If this is from 2008, that probably makes the battery 17 years old. Is that right? Let's bring up the calculator and work that out. So yeah, 17 years old potentially, this battery. If it's from 2008, it might not be. This date might just be completely wrong. So yeah, there we go. We've sort of sorted through some laptops, and that is good. We can pass some of these on to some other people, and someone else can potentially benefit from these. It's such a shame that these HP Stream laptops are sold, or were sold, with just 2 GB of RAM. Even this old Celeron laptop that is slow still came with, or it has 4 gigs of RAM. I don't know whether I've upgraded it, but you know, you can upgrade this to 4 gigs and have a useful system. 2 gigs of RAM is just not enough. If this had 4 GB of RAM, this could be a much more usable system, and it's a real shame. But anyway, there we go. We've sorted through some laptops. We should be able to get rid of some of them, and that is a good thing. So this has got a spinning hard drive in here. Just going to check the memory in this, see what's going on with that. So if you found this useful, feel free to hit subscribe, check out my other channel, and hope you have a good day. This laptop is using DDR2 RAM. It's got two 2 GB sticks. Okay, and also the battery is from 2010. Why did it say that? Oh, there, 2010 08, meaning that the battery is 15 years old and it still works. So I guess I need to take a picture of this actually to put it on Freegal. Avoid having my face in the picture. So I'll clear some space actually, so it can just be a picture of just the laptop. Okay, thanks for watching, and see you in another video. Bye.